Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Run with Handry. In this today tutorial, we will see how to implement a two-dimensional array. So, for you guys haven't watched my previous tutorial about two-dimensional array. So please do watch, so you could have a better understanding in order to implement the two-dimensional array. So let's prepare your dev C++. So as I've mentioned before, I had the examples of how to store the names, right? So maybe when you try to exercising to have your input, your name input, usually you have only just saying one names to be inputted, right? So if you have several names, usually you will have several variables, right? So let's assuming we make a programs that asking you to keep inputting certain amounts of names. Okay, so let's say you have your integer n, and just saying if you have names, right? Let's say 20. Okay, okay, good. So you will scanf %d and integer end. Basically, this end referring to how many numbers. Sorry, not how many numbers, but how many names, right? Would you like to input? Yeah, something like this. Okay. So you're gonna loop, right? Just saying you have I equals to 0 till I equals to end I plus plus. Okay. So basically, you will ask the user to input how many names that you would like to keep in your systems, right? And you need to loop, yeah, to n times, yeah. So inside your loop, you're gonna scanf, you're gonna get the input of the names, yeah. So %s names, yeah, something like this. Okay, then we're gonna print. Let's make two loops here, yeah. Let's make two loops to check whether your inputted names is it correct, the better way you save, yeah. So is it correct the names that you input? Then we need to just print out the names that you input. Yeah, I think just do the same, just copy this one, printf %s names, then let's make a space, yeah, something like this. Printf, yeah, let's do something like this. I think that's good enough. Let's try to run it. Oh, sorry, printf. Let's run it again. How many names would you like to input? Just saying I would like to have one name, right? Then you type your name, Henry. Okay, so you have Henry print below, right? So let's do again. Okay, so let's continue. So just saying you have two names. First name is Henry, your second name is Budi, right? So if you see in here, there are two times Budi printed, right? You know what happened actually here? why Budi is printed twice? Why is not Handri in the first time? Why Budi in the first time? It is because of you store your input names in only one variables. Not one variables, I mean in one dimensional array. Yeah. So that causes a trouble when you input more than one names. Okay. So assuming you have only one dimensional, so one dimensional means you only have one row, right? That one row, you could assume could only store one names. So if you would like to store more than one names, then you need to have two-dimensional array. So what happens in here? You input your names Handri in the first time, right? So the names here will be Handri. And you try to input Budi in the second time. So you do not have the access to track the previous inputted user, right? So that's why when you print, you only keep printing your last input. You got it, the idea? So you know the idea between one-dimensional and two-dimensional? I hope you get it. So let's continue. So that's why we need two dimensionals here. So let's say I would like to have 20 as well, and this one is 20, 25. So it means you could store 25 names. Okay, and each names could have 20 characters. 20 characters long. Okay, so here what we need to do is you need to adjust the names by using the index. So every time you input the user input, it will be stored refers to the index, right? So when you input your very first name, then it will be stored in the index 0, and when user try to input the second times, it will be stored in the first index, and keep going till the end of your n. Okay, and here as well you need to print with I index. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I would like to have 5, right? So Handri, Budi, William, Celia, and Roy. You see? Handri, Budi, William, Celia, and Roy. So that's the idea why we need like two-dimensional array. So you could keep tracking your previous inputted. Yeah, this is for the case of when the user asking you to keep storing your customers' names. Yeah, so you do not lose the previous inputted user input. I think something like that. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and until then, see you in the next video.